Today, my friends, we make an iron farm here at Cetropolis. I've got my 3 villagers in 3 boats over here. I've got my resident zombie right here. All I need to do is make a build to host these folks. So welcome back, my friends, to the Let's Play. It's Python here, of course, and a massive thank you, as always, for all of your incredible support you folks have been showing this series. I really appreciate it a lot. I've grabbed out a whole bunch of resources, and without further ado, we're pretty much just going to get straight on with this thing. Only the iron farm is not going to be the only thing I do in today's episode. I want to tie one big loose end up as well. That being the sheep farms. I've got 3 more of them to make, and today's going to be the day we get it done. All in time for the first map download and world tour next episode. So, starting off with the output chests, we're going to add hoppers leading into each one. Out the back here, we're going to have ourselves a big glass wall going up about 20 blocks. But then on either side of the hoppers, we're going to have ourselves these prismarine walls. And again, going up 20 blocks. The 20th block is going to form the platform, which will then host the zombie and the villagers. So with 3 currently, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. There we go. And now to build everything else up to that point as well. In terms of the front of the tube here, we can get away with some more glass. So let's get this glass built up 20 blocks. The shroom light I'm placing here is going to form the surface where the villagers are going to be allowed to roam. Then either side of that, we've got 2 blocks coming out like this. On one side is the area for the beds for the villagers, and the other end is going to be where the zombie is situated. Before we get those dudes up here, though, we've got a few little inner workings to figure out. Starting off by adding in a block like this, then a temporary block, and then 3 daylight detectors switched to night mode. Then underneath the edge 2 daylight detectors, we're going to have ourselves a trap door, which will flap open and close like this, and then another one on this side as well. Now, when it becomes nighttime, these will wind up closing, and the reason we want these closed is because it will give villagers a split second to be able to sleep in their beds before being panicked by the zombie again. It's the villagers being able to sleep in a bed, even for a split second, that will keep this farm going 24/7. A lot of iron farms out there might only work during the nighttime as a result of that, but with these daylight detectors and the trapdoors here, we should be able to actually have this thing run 24/7. Next up, we are going to begin on encasing our villager and zombie areas. And we need to have it so there's a 3-block height area inside. Next up, we're going to add ourselves in a little bit of prismarine slabbage, capping off some of the glass walls here, but these center 4 blocks, we need to keep them open for a bit. Towards the front of the iron farm, we're going to add in 4 additional glass blocks like this, and we can cap these off with prismarine slabs. Now what we need to do is we need to start going ham with some prismarine walls again. We're going to put some on top of the daylight detectors, and then we're going to stretch this all the way off the edge, and we're going to connect them with the prismarine walls that form the sides of the tube here. One thing I forgot, we can't allow the villagers to stand on top of the beds, otherwise they will wind up not being panicked and therefore slowing down the spawn rates of the iron golems. So we're going to add ourselves a layer of glass over the bed area like this. And then we're going to mirror the prismarine wall step we did just a moment ago. Then we can build up the glass at the back of the tube here. And then we can fill in this area like this. This is going to be where the water is hosted, and the water is going to be where the iron golems spawn in. The bottom half slabs mean they can't spawn. The walls mean they can't spawn. They will only be able to spawn in the eventual water here. But before we get on with adding the water, we need to get ourselves some signs. Oh my goodness me, I came down to get myself some resources for sign making. And there's a lot of dudes down here. XP for days. Love it. Look at that. 4 lava buckets. Very, very handy dandy. We were going to use these as lava blades for the Guardians, but no. Using it as a lava blade for the iron farm, that'll work as well. So first of all, we're going to have ourselves some signs here and here, so the water flow doesn't go all the way off the edge and start messing up the lava down below. Just remembered as well, we should probably cap off those glass bits with slabs as well, so iron golems can't spawn up here. Then for the other signs, we need one here and here, and then over the other side as well. These are going to hold up the lava, so we'll have one in each corner, so we don't have flowing lava, but rather still lava. I don't know if it really makes a difference to anything having stationary lava versus moving lava, but I don't know, maybe it's just me being a bit of a perfectionist. I prefer having still lava. So there we are. Lava blade / kill chamber sorted out. Now I just need a couple more buckets. We get ourselves up to the top of the iron farm, and then we can get the water placed down. One here and one here. And as you can see, they don't flow over the edge because there's signs there. So believe it or not, that's it. That's all we need to do in terms of building this thing. All we need to do now is get the mobs in here. Oh yeah, right. We need to get some beds placed in there as well. I'm sure they won't mind pink beds. But yeah, can you see what we're going for design-wise? In each corner, we're going to have one of these towers, but in between, we're going to have slightly less tall skyscrapers containing various other bits and bobs. For example, there's an iron farm here. We're actually going to have ourselves another iron farm over there, so we can double up on the iron rates. And then in terms of in between here and say over there, we've got ourselves the tubes containing the Guardians going down to the kill chamber. So no matter where you look, there's gonna be something going on here at Seatropolis, my friends. I can't wait to make a ton more progress here. It's gonna look and feel and just be fantastic. One thing I don't know is whether it makes a difference at what end the pillow is at, but I naturally put the pillow near where the villagers are. So yeah, we're just gonna put one there and another one there. Again, with all the pillows adjacent to where the villagers are going to be. Probably the easiest way of getting the villagers and the zombie up to where we need them to be is minecart rails. Alrighty, the time has come. Hitboxes are on. Let's see if we can't get this guy inside of a minecart. There we are. Nitwit in the minecart. You're not that much of a nitwit then, are you? You got that pretty easily. Right, let's get this guy pushed up into the villager chamber. Villager chamber. That sounds so negative, doesn't it? The villager haven. The villager retirement site. The villager resort. Yeah, I like resort. Sounds better. Maybe push this guy into the corner and then do just a little bit of that. Yeah, fantastic. Come on, villager number 2, get yourself up there. So far as I can remember, if you put glass up like this, the villagers won't suffocate in it, right? So that should mean I can get away with getting rid of the minecarts in here. There you go, buddy. Oh my gosh, we're getting so... Oh, jeez. Okay. He punched me out of the way, the son of a gun. Oh, I was about to start my celebration saying, oh, hey, we're very almost done with this thing. But no, this villager is resisting. I'm sending you to a lovely, lovely holiday home with a bunch of your brethren. And this guy thinks it's appropriate to just sort of turn his nose up at that. Right, let's get you... Hang on. A little bit of that. There we go. Right. Now, somehow I need to get out of here. Actually, no. While they're asleep. Yeah. Nice and easy. There we are. The villagers are in. And going back to what we were doing with the daylight detectors, as you can see, the trapdoors have automatically opened or closed, depending on which way you look at it. They've become vertical, shall we say. So without further ado, the final piece of the puzzle. The zombie. And perfect timing as well. It's nighttime. Nice. Oh, hang on a minute, though. We need to name tag that zombie. It's only when they're in boats or they have picked up a player-dropped item. That's when they won't despawn. But, yeah, since he's carrying a piece of gear he spawned with, it means that he will despawn. So, I'm going to need a name tag from somewhere. Where are they? Seems an appropriate name for a zombie, right? There you go, buddy. You got a name now. Awesome. Right, let's do just a little bit of this. Then we do a little bit of F3B, bring up the hitboxes, and then do just a little bit of, okay, not quite that. How am I to get this guy in a minecart now? Oh, okay, that kind of did it. Right. Oh, hang on a minute. How are we going to do this without dying? Do you know what? I've got a genius idea. Please don't be a thunderstorm. Please don't be a thunderstorm. Please, please, please don't be a thunderstorm. I don't want to have to sleep the night away, but equally, I don't want my mansion to burn up. There we are. Minecart with furnace. Now we just need to fuel it. I'm hoping charcoal will do it, but just in case, I'll get some regular coal as well. I bet you can't tell me the last time you saw anyone use a furnace minecart in Minecraft. Alright, let's do this thing. Can I fuel it with charcoal? Yeah, I can. Okay, that's a bit unusual. What the? Blimey! That guy just absolutely slingshotted up there. Jeez. Alright, well, yeah. You are done. Thank you very much there, furnace minecart. Can I get rid of that final rail? Yes, I can. Now I need to see about getting rid of that minecart. I don't think I mind too much losing the minecart. It's not the end of the world, so let's just do just a little bit of that, and then there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, the villagers are able to get into their beds, but sometimes it's only for a split second. But that split second of being able to sleep in a bed is enough to keep this thing running. So let's get rid of all of this stuff here, the rails and the blocks, so we don't accidentally have iron golems spawning in locations where I don't want them to. There we are. That's all the temporary holding pens sorted out. No sign of any iron golems spawning in just yet. Oh, do you know what? I don't think iron golems can spawn on glass. Which would explain why on my creative test world I didn't have glass. Blimey, O'Reilly, why do you try and deviate from what works, Python? You're such a doofus brain. Right, so Prism on offhand. A little bit of this, a little bit of this, this. I mean, honestly, any second now, we should have iron golems. Right? There we go! Oh my goodness me, that did the job! Yeah! My friends, we have an iron farm! The first of 2! Oh, look at that. Our first ever bits of iron. Oh, bro, that is actually so cool. It's such a simple design as well. Needless to say, yes, we are going to dress this up with a proper Seatropolis build, but that's going to be something we do after the map download, my friends. For now, though, look at that. Yet another iron golem already. I am honestly so chuffed to bits. This works a treat. And the daylight detectors with the trapdoors especially, they are just like, oh, chef's kiss. The pièce de résistance. It's nice to have an iron farm that works 24/7 around the clock in-game here. Oh my goodness me. We are going to be able to have more beacon pyramids in no time. Now, some of you folks may be wondering why the spawning area is so high up off the ground. That is because one of the spawning requirements is you can't have an iron golem within a certain amount of blocks of another, I believe. So dropping the iron golems all the way down here means that the spawning criteria up there are essentially reset. And having those criteria be reset means that future iron golems can spawn in faster. So yeah, not just a fully functional iron farm that works around the clock, but also one which has about as maximum a spawn rate as you can have in this game. In Java Edition, anyway. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to time it. I'm going to use my OBS recording software to count how many seconds it is between iron golem spawns. There we are. One just spawned in. And there we are with yet another one. 35 seconds between those two iron golem spawns. Absolutely fantastic. That's not a bad rate of iron golem spawning, is it? Oh, look, there's another one. Oh, iron worries are now a thing of the past. It doesn't mean we're not going to go iron mining, though. I mean, if we wind up having a project that requires a ridiculous amount of iron, I dare say I'll probably still go mining some giant iron veins underground or something. Just this will help accelerate future projects. Definitely. So then, at Seatropolis, we have an excellent source of prismarine-related materials and XP via the Guardian Farm. And now we have a fantastic, endless, passive source of iron. I mean, come on. That's pretty good going, right? So here we are, my friends. The final thing we're going to be doing in today's episode is making the remaining sheep farms. We've got 8 sheep in here, 8 sheep over here, and then a further 8 sheep out here. Now, my thinking is we could probably do all 3 farms at the same exact time. All I need to do is make myself some more leashes, get all of the sheep out of all of their pens, and then I should be able to do this in sort of a step-by-step kind of dealio. We'll get you guys posted up here, and then you guys posted, let's say, up there. Right, they're all nicely out of the way now. So we're starting off by adding in the output chests and hoppers. Then we can start adding in the rails in a U shape with powered rails at either end. We need to make sure they're powered, of course. Next up, we can get a large slab of grass placed down, covering over the minecart rail entirely. Then we can get the observers placed down, the face end facing towards the grass and the redstone butthole facing towards the wall here. With that done, we could probably get away with adding in the hopper minecarts now. Out the back of the observers, cobblestone blocks with a little bit of redstone dust on top. And finally, on top of the observers, a dispenser facing the grass. And then we're going to make sure we add in a pair of shears into each one. Well, that definitely took up a good amount of iron, but hey-ho, it doesn't matter. We have an iron farm now. Not really a functional part of the farm, but I'm going to start adding in the maintenance areas now. Got our doors added. We just chop this out, chop these bits out, and then we add ourselves a slab at the entrance. And now to start making the sheep holding pen. Starting off with a line of cobblestone on top of the dispensers, and then we're going to start going ham with some glass, with a solid strip of glass going through sort of the spine of this grass slab here. And now, my friends, the time has come. It's time to get these sheep where they need to be. So let's start off with this guy here and into your new home. There we are, nice and easy. And of course the leash, even though it's down there, it will get picked up by the hopper minecart and it will get collected in the chest. So let's grab all the other dudes now. Come on, bud, there's some nice fresh grass you can have here. Look at that. Don't you just love it when mobs in Minecraft actually cooperate? Man, is that a rare thing, though. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the final of the 24 sheep in the correct place. Right, let's get some more lighting added for these dudes, and then that's it in terms of the functional part of this thing. It's all decoration from here on in. Starting off with the creeper face decorations. Got the eyes, and then the nose should already be in. Perfect. And then we've got a little bit of that going on. And that is perfect. Yeah. Nice. Then we've got the little maintenance door entrances. Nice and easy. Oh, we need to get some more flower pots out, huh? Then we could get the item frames added that will contain the colours of wool that are in each of the sheep farms. Here we are. Some little azalea bush pots. And then we need to do sort of the eyebrow shelf type thing that we've got going on over here with cherry saplings. So it'll be a slab and then 3 trapdoors, then another slab. On top of the slabs are going to be decorated pots. And then I didn't even realize we've got ourselves some more flower pots up the top there with more azalea bushes. There we go. Barrel, cherry sapling in those, and then somehow I need to get up to the other areas, and then we fill these in like that. There we are. That's that area entirely done now. And ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to say that the 16 colour automatic sheep shearing farm with 2 sheep of each colour, totaling up to 32 sheep, is now entirely done. Wrapping up a big loose end we've had in this series for a little while now. So there we are. All 16 colours. It's done. Man, does it feel good to have that done. It really, really does. Because it means this backside of the ground floor in the mansion is just about done. Aside from maybe adding some little decorative bits and bobs along the pathways here. We've got 4 areas for sheep shearing farms, a big L area here for sugarcane, a big L area over here for bamboo, and then a couple of rooms for an automatic cactus farm, which is looking good in terms of its output. So then, my friends, on that successful and happy note, it's time to wrap up today's episode. Thank you very much for watching. I really do hope you folks have enjoyed today's one. Drop a like if you have, I'd very much appreciate it. And of course, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on my future Minecraft content. Next one is going to be a world tour with a map download, so look forward to that. In the meantime, if you want some more Minecraft to watch from this world, check out the series playlist on screen. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you folks in the next one.